Hi, everybody. Dr. Debunk here, and Dr. Debunk, that's me, debunks medical myths, garbage, and crap spread by doctors and other health professionals. And today, we're going to talk about weight. We're going to talk about something that 75% of you need, because Americans are fat as cows, and there doesn't ever seem to be an answer. But weight has been a pet project of mine for 18 years. In fact, I have the best weight loss program in the country, bar none. I can get 30 to 40 pounds off anybody in 3 to 4 months. You heard it, 30 to 40 pounds in 3 to 4 months. It works. I've done it a long time. And that's what I want to talk to you a little bit about today. Because what weight is about the American lifestyle. And it's not about disease. And doctors are disease treaters, so we don't know what to do. And people are just getting so fat, it's unbelievable. 75% of you need to lose 30 or 40 pounds or more. And it's both men and women. It's gotten epidemically worse since 1960. So if you're interested in losing 30 to 40 pounds in 3 to 4 months, I'm your guy. And I'll give you some introductory information. Now, to get that much weight loss, you got to come see me. And I'm going to make a way where if you live anywhere in California, within maybe 300 miles of the middle, you could come because I'm going to start a group weight loss plan. We're going to run it out of Visalia, California, which is about less than 300 miles from anywhere in California, well, between San Diego and Sacramento. And if you come one time for the initial visit, then we can do follow-up groups over Skype or some kind of video telemedicine thing that I'll set up. And besides all that, it'll be very cost effective. In fact, you save so much money on this program because you don't eat a lot, because I'm going to functionally starve you and you won't care. I'm going to show you how to not care about food at all. And then the money you save just about pays for the program. Now, I've been doing this for 18 years. I've done 4,000 patients with 3 to 4 month weight loss program. And the results are evident. Like I said, I have so many patients. You know, it's just a dilemma of you can't do it without a doctor because you need help with appetite suppression. And those are prescription, the two meds that I use that are very safe. They've been around 40 years and 60 years. But we really didn't know how to use them until the last 10 years. Anyway, so to give you a quick introduction, because that's what this video is, weight is about metabolism, carb control, more than anything else. Those two things. Exercise plays a role in maintaining, but weight is really a dual subject problem, or what's the right words? It's two movies. There's one movie to lose weight and another movie to maintain weight. And the bigger problem in America has been maintaining, because women especially get so tired of their fat bodies. You guys will do interesting things. And I've had women on their own do a keto diet for 3 to 4 months because they're just so angry, and they lose 30 pounds, but then it stops and they get frustrated. They don't know why it stopped. And then they say, forget it. If I'm going to be fat, I'm going to have fun. The problem has always been you can lose weight, but then what? If you don't have a plan to keep it off practically, naturally, and healthy, then you're going to gain it all back. And that's what we've been doing since 1960. Well, my plan that I've worked on a long time does both. We do the first movie to lose weight, and then you don't go into random eating after you take a break for 3 to 4 months. You can do the program up to 5 months. And then you practice maintenance. You go right into a way to live the rest of your life that resists gaining it back. And even though you don't do it perfect and gain some, there's a way to manage that. And so, like I said, I've done this 18 years. I am, without a doubt, the nation's leading authority on how to lose weight and keep it off. Why? Because I have 4,000 times I've done it. And I have always a regular attrition rate of patients getting successful. And then they only see me once every year or 18 months because they gain back 5 or 6 and they come in and wail it off and they're done. And I finally realized that I could do this group approach to make it cost effective and do a fair amount of people, like on a Saturday. And so you'd have to make the trek to Visalia, California, but then you do it once, and then I wouldn't have to see you till a year or even a little more. We'll talk more about that. That's a more definable thing. But Back to what it is. So weight, what is it about? Why do we gain weight? Why is everybody so fat? You're fat because you're eating too many carbs. You know, the whole thing rests upon the fact that when you eat excessive carbs, they create energy, and the energy has to go somewhere. And Americans, every American eats double the carbs they need every day. And so the body won't waste the energy, so we can only store a small amount of carbs. And so then the extra carb energy goes right into your fat cells, turns on the fat storage factory, and you store body fat. Well, so the reverse is true. If you don't eat enough carbs, then you don't have enough energy to stay alive. We have to make energy every second of every day. You know, your heart would stop beating in 60 seconds if you didn't have carb energy. So when you don't have enough, well, the body just tells the fat cells, break it down into energy molecules. Ketone bodies is one of them, and that's where the keto diet comes from. And so you make up the difference, and you burn body fat, and you lose weight. That's how it works. It's not complicated. If you want to be as skinny as you want, just stop eating carbs. But who can do that? Nobody. That's the problem. We're all a bunch of drug addicts to food. I mean, I'll give you the crazy test. I give this to all my patients. Let's establish if you're not crazy. And how do I know? Here's the question. Are you doing booze, coke, drugs? You know, booze, coke, drugs. Do you have 3 girlfriends and you're married? Well, you're crazy and I can't help you. But if you're normal, just living your life and trying to get through, you know, and make a better future for yourself and your kids, what are you addicted to? Food. Weight could be summarized by this paragraph. At 6 o'clock every night, Americans are fried. All the willpower of our lives have been sucked out of us, and we go home, and what are we addicted to? Food. We eat food to escape. We don't have any willpower left to control our mouths, and the little child that lives in our brain, we'll say it's on the left side, subconscious mind, takes over, and the refrigerator calls and we answer, and so we're fat. And the only people that aren't fat are people like me with a fast metabolism. You know, because patients say, what do you do, doc? And I'm like, I don't do anything. And then they hate me and want to stab me, but you know, then you go to jail if you stab your doctor. So don't do that. Anyway, so weight is that simple, but impossible to do now. Most Americans now cannot lose weight without help. What you can do is learn how to maintain weight. And that's what I do too. When you're done with your first weight loss cycle, we go over maintenance, which is a lifetime change. It's a way to change your life over time, so that you can get good enough at how you eat and live to be healthy, practical, and maintain weight. And the one thing I'll tell you about maintenance is maintenance has to be practical. And so that means you have to work on your diet, you have to exercise, but how? How do you do it? You do it like this. This is your first free tool, Dr. Debunk. So this is how you do maintenance. Monday through Friday, you do all the work of what it means to control your carbs and exercise and the other factors you have to do. And we'll get into that. And on the weekends, holidays, vacations, you get to have fun and eat junk. And if you do it right, whatever weight you gain on the weekends, you'll get rid of during the week. So it's not good enough to lose, but it's a way to maintain. Now, there's more to it than that. If you just do that, it's not going to work. But there's more. And that's what you'll learn. The program I do is 3 to 5 months. And when you're done with the 3 to 5 months, you will have the tools you need. Now, how long does it take to get good at it? 2 years. You have to work at maintenance for 2 years to get good at it. But the longer you do it, the better you get at it, just like a job, you know. And you progressively take longer and longer to gain back weight. And then you'll be able to go back on the program and pound the weight off. And there's a whole way that works. But I am the country's expert on this because the results speak for themselves, you know. And so I'm going to get this going. But what I need now, before this ends, is I need your help. I need you to share this video with everyone. I need you to spread it everywhere because I need to see that there's a vast difference. Before I lay out the money and get this set up to do a group plan, I need to know that people will come. And I'll talk more about this. But the bottom line is, this is a viable thing that you could do. You'll just take the one long visit, and then we'll see in the future how it goes. And the rest can be done in a group setting, over telemedicine, or just over Skype, or whatever we choose to use. But I need this to go wild. I need to see that people are really interested. So, and we'll figure out something in future videos, the way you can email or notify. But I'm Dr. Debunk, And that's an introduction.